Juzo Tayo. Okay.
This is Naima Tayo.
And welcome to Tayo Talks. So today we're just gonna go through, how we met, our spiritual process and how it's been together, and breaking some of the rules as far as us finding each other and kind of going against some societal norms. So we'll wind it back early 2022. I feel like it's been longer. Right. So yeah, we actually had gotten a reading. I was in a very tumultuous relationship, and I ended up just leaving out of one and was just very distraught but hopeful that I would be able to find somebody who matched me and everything. So I had gotten a reading from a good friend of mine, and she basically told the future. She just told me I was going to need somebody, certain qualities, certain beliefs, and ended up being who you see sitting next to me right now. And it was just kind of funny how that worked because she had also got a reading.
Yeah, I had also gotten a reading done, and the funny thing about it is it was at like my last ever show that I did for the summer, and there was a reader there, and I'm like, I'm not about to spend 11 on this reading, but something told me to do it. And in the reading, it was like, you're going to be another fire sign, and he's going to be super traditional and blah, blah, blah. And at this point, I was done with fire signs. I'm like, I hope this nigga is not an Aries or a Sag. And I wasn't thinking Leo because I've never been with it. Well, I was with a Leo, but it was like nothing crazy. But literally, it was everything, like explaining him, because he was very traditional when I met him. I have 2 kids from a prior relationship, and he was like raised, to not really be with a woman who has multiple, you know how that goes. But we broke past that, and he's a great stepdad. But yeah, that's just part of our story. But anyway,
yeah. Definitely. Yeah, that was kind of a new frontier for me. I'd never been with a woman with children, so that was a new kind of place to explore as far as that goes. So I was able to figure it out, get through it, and we've made a close-knit family since then. So things have been good on that front.
It was pretty organic, I think. Yeah. It was a shadow part of both of ourselves that we had to get over when it came time to the kids, because our ego was in the way. But once we got that out the way, everything flowed very naturally, because we came together really through spirit. And something else we didn't mention is I had made a list. I had wrote a list of everything that I wanted in somebody.
And I did the same thing. I made a list, yeah.
He made a list too.
Yeah.
And he literally matched off everything down to dark skin with mustache, everything, tall, literally, which is crazy because like I said, I wasn't going to even go to this girl and get this reading done. And I can't even find her on social media anymore, but I have the picture of the reading. So if I can insert it, I will insert it. But the picture literally explains him coming in and blase blase.
And on my reading, it told me I was gonna meet a single mother, and me being super traditional and everything, I was like, no way, I'm not gonna. And lo and behold, I ended up finding her, and I was like, okay, you're the perfect fit. So I'll just make this thing work because you're everything that I had written down on my list. I write my list and check them off twice, and that's kind of leads into going against the grain kind of what society standards are, especially today with men, how we're kind of trained and taught in these different spaces to kind of look down upon with children and things of that nature, and definitely kind of dealing with the ramification of peers and different people, not really peers in the sense of people I actually know, but just other men or online and things like that, telling you kind of how you should be when you're dating and everything, and what type of woman not to date and everything like that. So there's a lot of rule breaking, even the way we met through a dating site, which was new for me. Like, dating sites never worked for me, and like,
it was on Instagram.
Before that,
on Instagram, but so the crazy thing was, I was done with like Hinge and et cetera, et cetera. And in the reading, it told me that I was going to find him on social media, but I was done with dating apps. So he had seen my profile on Hinge, but something told him not to DM me on Hinge. So he DM'd me on Instagram about this tattoo I had gotten done. You probably can't really see it, but he has something similar on his hand. And I liked how the conversation was different. Like, I was tired of the inconsistent conversations with other men, blah, blah, blah. He came different. And that's how we also met, through social media. So he's lucky his ass didn't DM me on Hinge, because he would have got ignored. For real.
Yeah, for real. The dating sites were hell.
Yeah, it was so bad at that time, and I was really over dating. At that point, I had done like 3 months of no dating. No talking to people before I met him, because I was like, I'm overwhelmed with this shit. And then he came. Literally, he just came out of nowhere during the winter time. He came to one of my shows. I did poetry around the time, and he was the only one that came, because there was a couple that said they were going to come, and they didn't come, but he showed up. And we hit it off kind of from there.
Everybody was saying that's a deal with the dating sites and this and that. And I'd never used a dating site. I always would meet women in person, so it was kind of a new way of navigating space for me. And I swiped right or left, whatever on her profile, but then, like you said, I kind of waited, and I ended up getting her Instagram off her profile, and just kind of, seeing what she was working with, like kind of, a little stalkerish.
Which I like. I'm a Scorpio. I like that.
So, kind of just like kind of playing it by ear, and like kind of seeing what she was into and everything before I made my approach. So, it was a little different for me in that way. So, you can't always follow the rules, because everybody will tell you, how you should meet people, and when and where and what you should do, and it's different for everybody, especially when it's the person that like is your person. You're gonna probably end up breaking a lot of societal rules when it's like a true like relationship, companionship. Yeah,
especially from like a woman's standpoint also, because I was a victim of domestic violence. So in my case, it was different. How I became a single mother. I left that situation with my 2 kids, and I was very stern on not having anyone around them. So when I went into dating, I knew that I had to be very clear about what I was looking for, because I couldn't have just anybody around my kids. And as a woman who had kids, I couldn't settle for just anybody. My kids also came with the package. So dating for me was very tough, because men will say they're ready for that, but they're not. But when I met Andre, even though he was traditional in a sense, he was able to look past that and see my situation for what it was, and help me navigate, also how to leave that situation, and how to feel comfortable dating a man and having him around my kids, which that's tough, because a lot of women don't trust a lot of people around their kids, and I understand, but it was so easy, and it just fit like a puzzle piece. So that's how I knew it was meant to be, because I don't want just anybody around my kids. He was the first man that I had around my kids, and it just worked, and they love him, and we have our own now. A year later, we have our beautiful baby boy, Nori Spence. He is Nori Tile Spence. He is. It's okay.
I probably changed his last name, but that's another story.
That's another story, which we could get into, because that's going to talk about generational curse breaking and stuff like that, which we're trying to do in our family. Yeah. But he's a blessing. The kids are a blessing. They all love each other very much, and I'm not so much we're going to get into him, because.
We'll save that for another video.
But 2 years later now, we are just thriving, and now we're going down this spiritual journey of navigating parenthood, what's going on outside in this world, how to talk about these things with our kids, because we are a very tight-knit family. So what we practice, we also practice with our kids. So we're not the normal average family.
Yeah, we're the Adams family.
We're the Black Adams family.
Yeah.
In New York City.
In New York City, the spiritual path has been a very what's the word I'm looking for? It's been very eventful. It's been very fruitful. Having a partner to go through that whole motion. With I've been doing this for like a long time. I've been meditating since I was, I want to say 19 or 20, and then I got into the occult in like 2017, so around like I think 26 years old I was. I'm at the age where you like start to forget your age, where you hit different stages of life. But so I got into the cult kind of at that point in my life. So I've been doing this for a long while, but like I'm still, practicing and trying out new things. And now I have somebody to kind of hold me accountable and also help me to grow and highlight like those hidden aspects of myself that, I might not be privy to or pay attention to. So that always makes things, a lot of fun, being able to see your shadow all the time. So
and we're great at doing that with each other. We definitely hold each other accountable. We're both fixed signs. I'm a Scorpio, he's a Leo. And I know other chart placements matter or whatever, but we're very stubborn. But together we hold each other accountable, and we make sure that through this process and through this journey, we are really putting our all into it. And I have started my journey way later than him. I started touching on it once I was in that domestic violence relationship, and when I left, I fully got into it and I did a lot of shadow work. But he pushes me to do even more because I haven't done enough. But I'm still working through a lot, and we're navigating this together. And like he said, it has been very fruitful having him navigate this world, this life, because it's a fucking doozy.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's always a bunch of pitfalls to fall into. So
we have, oh my God, our stories for, that's stories for another day.
Yeah, so it's a lot of, that's kind of where we are now. So this is our channel, and we'll be providing you guys with a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom, and hopefully you come along for the ride.
Yeah, if you want to escape, learn some new shit, talk about relationship shit without the biasness, the judgmental, stereotypical bullshit, we're your people.
Yeah. We keep it honest, fair, and true. So there you go. Thanks for riding along with us. It's our first little video, and
that's us.
we're signing out.